What's up guys, Kizzlekicks here and welcome back to another episode of this Crystal Palace FIFA 16 career mode. Last time out then you saw us lift our first trophy, beating West Brom in the Capital One Cup final to grab a piece of silverware, well deserved I think after our good performances in that competition this year. And of course that does mean regardless of what happens now in the Premier League, we have got something to show for our efforts this season. But that's not the attitude we're going to go with. We want to make sure we get into that top 5 place as the board expect us to do, even try and sneak a top 4 place if possible. Of course we are already now in the Europa League after that cup success, so it's just building on those foundations and trying to push on one further. We're at home to Aston Villa. Not going to be an easy game, but their squad is not strong. It's just that our Premier League form, it's not the best at the minute. We've been making improvements, but we're not blowing teams away. We're not performing to the level that we expect to do so. So it will be quite tricky. Hopefully we won't have a cup hangover, so to speak, and we can really push on in this game. We come close within the first 10 minutes. Fellaini forcing a great save out of Brad Guzan, and you can see again shortly after we catch Villa on the counter-attack. Jamie Vardy, the one moving forward, finds Zaha on the right-hand side. He looks up, sees Guzan off his line, decides to hit one from about 35-40 yards. It definitely beat the keeper, but unfortunately as well was the wrong side of the far post. But some good effort from good footwork rather from Tayson here. Villa worked the opening. It's not really dealt with from Suarez, and Ayew with the second attempt hitting the side netting. A bit more composure and we could have been in a bit of trouble there, but we're coming forward inside the half-hour mark still here. Jamie Vardy showing some good footwork, finds Suarez, who laid it off to Sergio Mendes on the edge of the box, who had the effort, but it was straight into the arms of Guzan. So still 0-0, about 10 minutes left of this first half. Fellaini picks up possession again here, beats his man. Another good effort from distance, but unfortunately straight down the centre of the goal, and Guzan was able to mop that up quite easily. Moving towards half-time even further, some really good strong defending there from Vestergaard, showing his strength. Thought that may be a penalty as the ball wasn't quite in playing distance, but he got away with it there and we managed to come away with the ball. But we're in stoppage time at the end of the first half here. Villa brush aside Fellaini, play the ball through to Ayew, who looked so far offside, it was unbelievable when he just popped it into an empty net. But as you can see from the replay, it was actually Vestergaard who dropped really far back, playing Ayew onside, and he just passed it into that empty net right on the stroke of half-time. We go in 1-0 down, completely changes the whole complexion of the game. We've now got to go out and attack, so the pressure and the onus is on us to get a goal. So early in the second half we make a change. It's Daily Sinkgraven coming on, his creativity. He's coming on for Cabaye, who's struggling with fitness recently. The fixture congestion is kind of catching up with him a bit. He is aging, which is, cause for concern, I guess, but he is one of our key players. We have an effort there from distance from Sergio Mendes, not troubling the keeper at all. Villa didn't defend as we thought they might. They carried on sort of playing a balanced style. You can see they're finding Carlos Sanchez here, who plays it back to Tayson. This time the effort goes high and wide, nothing for Butland to worry about. But we're running out of time quite quickly, just 18 minutes to go, and you can see it is still Villa on the attack. Some really good link-up play here, plays the ball through. Luckily Jack Butland beats the attacker to the ball and is able to smash it clear. More substitutions then as we try to get ourselves back in. Dwight Gale and Joe Ledley coming on. Balassi and Sergio Mendes making way for those two. Quite unfortunate to come off Balassi. He is one of our key players, but again, it's down to fitness, it's down to stamina, and we have to kind of do something. Daily Sinkgraven substitute. He's got good footwork, plays it out wide. You can see it's Eric Dyer in that right back position. Cuts inside. Surely an equaliser here. Dwight Gale hits one, parried down by Guzan, and smashed away from Bakuna. Anywhere will do for Villa now. Just 8 minutes remaining. Can we get ourselves back into this game? Sinkgraven turns into the box, picks out Zaha, touches it on one more to Ledley, but that effort was tame, and it's another save from Guzan to keep Villa in front. We continue to run out of time, but still coming forward, not giving up on this game yet. It's Jamie Vardy down the right hand side, cuts inside. We've seen him score plenty from this position, but on this occasion it just wasn't his day or our day. We've ended this game with a 1-0 defeat at home to Aston Villa, so the cup hangover is real. After that as well, more bad news. Seydou Berahino coming at us to say he's not getting enough game time. He's not having the role at the club that he said we were going to offer him. So he's disappointed and he's sort of considering his options. Morale in the team, despite lifting a trophy just a week ago, is quite low. But we're looking to pick things up. We take on Norwich next, away from home. Again, not the strongest side, but neither were Villa, so we're not going to read too much into that. They've got some experienced names in there. Nathan Redmond, of course, is also a player that's going to cause us problems, and Mbakani as well. Or he's going to cause us problems, is capable of causing us problems, I should say. Berahino gets the nod up front after Jamie Vardy's firing blanks in that last game. Jason Punchin also gets a start. The squad has to be rotated quite a bit. Punchin hasn't played as much as we probably would have liked to have got him involved. He is a very, very good player and can be very effective in either the cam right side or that left wing position. So he's quite unfortunate to find himself on the bench as much as he has been. But our wingers have probably been our most effective players this season. But you can see a great chance for Kabai. Hits it first time, probably would have been better steadying himself and looking to pick out a corner. He just hit it with his laces, and it was a very, very good save from the keeper, who missed the punch from the resulting corner, but we were unable to force it into the back of the net. But we still continue to press. It's Video here. You've seen him score some fantastic individual goals already in this career mode. This side he holds the ball a little bit longer, chips it up to Grimaldo, who smashes it across goal, and Kabai again with the effort. What a really good team goal that would have been, even though slightly fortunate, as Grimaldo's effort was actually a shot that turned into be a really good cross. But more chances again for that midfield man Kabai, but he's not got his shooting boots on, unfortunately for us, and the chance goes begging. Up the other end though, Norwich working the ball around really well. They do get a rare sight at goal, but fortunately we were able to block the shot, which takes the pace off it, making it a comfortable stop for Jack Butland. But stoppage time at the end of the first half, you can see good persistent play from Kabai, who really did have a very effective first half. If only he could finish. Can he do so this time? No. Similar result, smashing the ball high and wide. So despite having a whole array of chances, we actually go in still 0-0, unable to find the breakthrough again. Of course, we're going to make some substitutions here as we look to get a grip on this game. Felix Platter, the guy, young striker on loan from Schalke. Again, Kabai struggling with fitness. He's going to come on, he's going to pick the ball up here. A bit of an immediate impact from him. Shows good skill to go past not one but two players. Hasn't quite got the pace to hold them off, but he does pick out his strike partner Berahino with a good pass. He cuts inside, hits one right-footed. Again, it's another really good save from the Norwich keeper. So far it seems like it's just going to be one of those days. But we come forward again. This time it's Vestergaard winning the ball, playing a really good ball through to Berahino, who's making that run once again. Cuts inside Sebastian Bassong, who just makes a schoolboy challenge. Referee no option but to point to the penalty spot there. Looking at the slow motion replay, it's one of the worst efforts of a challenge I've ever seen. He just boots him straight in the shin. Berahino goes down and he's going to dust himself off. He'll be the man to take this penalty. He steps up and smashes it in. 9 minutes remaining. We finally got ourselves the breakthrough. Nothing the keeper could do about that. Beaten from the penalty spot. No arguments about the decision. You can see the slow motion replay here. Berahino taking no chances, just smashing his foot through it, almost hitting the camera in the net in the process. But it looks as though we're going to pick up all 3 points here. Butland comes to claim that cross as Norwich have a rare attack, but a poor throw, throwing it straight to Russell Martin, and a real good opportunity here for Norwich. It's fallen to Turner, who plays it inside to Murphy, smashes one, but Butland makes up for his mistake by pulling off a fantastic save. Moving into stoppage time, last chance of an attack for Norwich. It's not going to amount to anything. Instead, we break at the other end. It's Berahino. Hasn't quite got the pace that we're used to seeing, but he squares it to Platter. Surely a goal. What an unbelievable save from the goalkeeper to deny him his first Palace goal. He must be thinking, what more do I have to do? He gets good contact on it, lifts it as well. But that is probably one of the best saves I've seen on FIFA 16 so far. But it didn't matter too much. We're going to pick up the win. All 3 points belong to Palace. And you're going to have a look at the league table here. You can see we are now up to 5th. So just 2 points behind Arsenal, who are in 4th place. That's got to be the aim now. Top 4. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves because obviously there are some very, very good teams in this league. But now that we've already secured Europa League place, top 5th is the minimum expectation. Top 5th, top 5 is the minimum expectation. But top 4 now would be a huge bonus, but also it is a huge task as well. Chelsea at top, City 2nd, Everton 3rd, Arsenal ahead of us in 4th, Newcastle behind us in 6th, just a point, and then Manchester United 2 points behind us in 7th. Looking at the bottom, it's now Sunderland who are rock bottom of the Premier League, QPR and West Ham in the other relegation places. It's constantly changing down there, and the fight for survival is real. Just 9 games remaining now, 9 Premier League games left for us to seal our fate, and those teams at the bottom to seal their fate as well. But that's going to bring this episode to a close, guys. Make sure you drop a like, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. All the links to social media are in the description. I'm very active, so feel free to interact with me on there. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and we will see you again next time.